Today we're going to play the best deck for every single champion and then rate each one. Alright guys, starting it off, we're playing Mighty Miner. I can't believe it, but there's currently 8 champions in Clash Royale, which is pretty crazy. I thought there was only like 4 or so, but somehow there's already 8 in the game. And I think the best deck for Mighty Miner is this Recruit Spam deck. The reason why it's so good is because Mighty Miner's a really strong defensive card. It's also pretty decent on offense sometimes too with the ability. But yeah, basically this deck is so aggressive you want to spam a lot, so oftentimes you have big counter pushes to deal with, and the Mighty Miner helps make pretty quick work of certain counter pushes that your opponent will most likely make. Like for example, when they make the giant pushes, the goblin giant pushes, you know, all of that stuff. I feel like the Mighty Miner just pretty much wrecks everything, so that's why I find it to be really nice in this deck, and that's why I think this deck is the best Mighty Miner deck in the game. Mighty Miner does have to be one of the most underrated champions in Clash Royale in my opinion. I feel like everyone knows that, you know, stuff like Goblin Stein is broken, everyone knows that the boss Bandit is broken, but people don't really realize how good the Mighty Miner can be. Because this deck has been absolutely exploding in popularity recently, and I think the main reason why is the Mighty Miner. It's kind of the backbone of this deck that really allows it to work out well. Okay guys, we have to go for the Bridge Recruits into this Mortar. I think Bridge Recruits actually do a pretty good job against Mortar though, so we should be okay here. I'll just go for my Hog Rider. He probably will go for late Bats or something like that, but he's pretty low on Elixir right now. And we could probably just defend his Cannon Cart using the Mighty Miner, so I think we should be chilling. He's definitely going to try to spam us here, but even if he goes for something, we can just Mighty Miner ability. And the Mighty Miner ability is actually quite good at countering stuff like Goblin Gangs, Evo Bats, things like that. So looks like we're in a pretty good spot right now. We have to be careful though, because I know he's going to have his Evo Mortar pretty soon in hand. So we have to get the right cycle going to be able to actually counter that. I guess since he wasted the arrows there, we could just get a nice Firecracker. The synergy of this deck is just amazing, man. Every single card in this deck just works so well with each other. Okay. See, I could have predicted the Bats there, but I just didn't want to overcommit. Dang it, maybe I should have arrows the Bats, guys, since my wall breakers will probably kill this Mortar anyways. Dude, I should have just gone for the arrows on offense, guys. I was just too scared. I just didn't trust it. The Bats are invincible? Guys, the Bats literally just don't die to Cannoneer. What the heck? Okay, you know, I could Mighty Miner ability, but I feel like I don't have to because of the Firecracker. But man, I took a lot of damage right there. I'm honestly not too happy with this position. I don't even really know what the heck happened. Yeah. Oh, no way, the Hog Rider's going straight for the tower. Yo, look at that damage. And the Cannon Card dies too. Okay, guys, we're in a pretty interesting spot right now. Definitely an interesting spot to be in. I'll just go for this right here, I guess, and we could get a Goblin Gang for his Miner. We need to get our Firecracker down ASAP, though. He's probably going to get some really good arrows value, but there's not too much I can do about it. I just kind of have to accept it right here. Our Spear Goblins are alive, though, which are going to, you know, kill the Bats and everything. And I guess I'll just get my Hog Wall Breakers at this point to help kill a Mortar very quickly if he goes for it. Yeah, he does go for the Mortar, but Wall Breakers kill it extremely quickly, which might allow our Hog to get one hit. Nice, we do get a hit. We just have to cycle this right here, guys, and then try to get to one more set of arrows very quickly. Nice, this Mighty Miner is going to get so much value, guys. It's going to kill the Skelly King, and we could pop the ability to kill the Bats, too. And we predict his Miner. Guys, Mighty Miner actually just carried me right now. Yo, all I have to do is arrows right here. That's good game. This Mighty Miner deck can get an 8 out of 10 because it's very good and very easy to play. Moving on, we have the champion that might have the best comeback story in all of Clash Royale, guys. The Monk on release was insanely broken. It was 4 Elixir, and it was absolutely everywhere with the Phoenix. But after that, it got a major nerf, and it went to 5 Elixir, and it feels like people pretty much just stopped playing it. And it was probably the worst champion, or at least very close to it, guys. But all of a sudden, people just started playing it like absolutely crazy to counter a lot of these building decks, like these you know, all these cannon decks. It counters stuff like Musketeer well, it counters Hunters well, and it just works so well in RG and has made RG probably the best deck in the game right now, or very close to it. RG's just absolutely everywhere, and I think the Monk is a major reason why. I'm going to go for this right here. No way my Fisherman just sold like that. Guys, there's no way my Fisherman just did that, but I actually still defend somehow. That just goes to show how good RG is right now. This is absolutely the best Monk deck. We actually got a lot of damage, too, on the left side. Guys, I'll cycle my Monk in the back. I was just kind of leaking a few Elixir. Didn't really want to make a play, but I guess Monk is not the end of the world. Monk actually can also reflect Mega Minion, which is a pretty broken interaction, how it can kill Mega Minion and minions. Doesn't really feel like a interaction that should exist, but I'm honestly kind of glad it does, because why not? Oh, I think I messed up the timing to kill the Mega Minion. It's not going to get fully killed right here. Monk actually does have a little bit of timings with it. You have to sometimes get the proper timing in order to actually fully counter something like, for example, a flying machine. You need the perfect timing to kill it. Stuff like Magic Archer too. It's not super hard timing, but it is something that you have to get used to. Anyways, this Archie here might take a lot of his tower, but I'm kind of concerned about being able to defend his push that he's making right now, because I spent a lot of elixir, so I may struggle a little bit. Hopefully the Fisherman does actually pull stuff this time, unlike the previous time. Alright, just gotta kill this, you know, what is it called? Boss bit. See, I don't know why that did that and went straight for my tower. I'm just gonna let his troops do their thing. Like, his troops just have a mind of their own. Dude, this guy's troops just genuinely have a mind of their own, guys. Like, what are his troops even thinking right now? Straight cornballs are what his troops are. But anyways, guys, we still have a chance right here. Monk is just going to do such a good job of blocking up the lane. We could get the guards going. We could get the hunter. If he goes for, like, a lightning or something. Oh, no, wait. I forgot he had fireball, to be honest. But, yeah, if he goes for that, I mean, we're still chilling. So, yeah. I guess I'll just go for the guards right here. Maybe I could have waited a second on my guards so they wouldn't have gotten splashed there by the bomber. But it's all good, I guess. This is actually going to be a very close game right here by the looks of it. I think I'll just get a hunter down low. Maybe I'll try to get like a monk or something as well pretty soon. Let me get my monk going. I dare— no! If I had hit that, guys. If I had hit that, I would have just probably won the game. Yo! No, my monk died. I'm kind of selling right now, guys. I gotta be honest. I'm kind of selling my troop placements and stuff. But we are going to get the Mega Minion in this net right here. Then we can actually log his Mega Minion. I just logged to kill a Mega Minion, guys. I have never really done that before. Wait, his tower's in fireball range. Nice. I almost sold there, but we take the win. 100% this monk deck is getting a 10 out of 10. Next up, guys, we have the Archer Queen, which is a pretty interesting champion. Obviously, it was really broken on release. Pretty much everyone was playing it, but then I feel like over time it kind of just developed to pretty much only be very good in piggies. You know, sometimes random Mega Knight decks and stuff like that, but it seems like piggies just can't run it anymore, because with the new champion, the boss Bandit, if piggies has Archer Queen, it pretty much just gets absolutely destroyed by decks with the boss Bandit, because it just has no proper tank for them. For you know, those boss Bandit decks. So, yeah, now it seems like Archer Queen's best deck is actually this bridge spam deck right here, which I really like. It's a really fun bridge spam deck to play, and it's definitely not that hard to play either. The Archer Queen gets some really good value in here as well, just kind of like a Musketeer, except it also has a lot more offensive value as well with the ability. Also, man, this guy got a lot of damage. I missed my arrows on the Skelly Drag, so we're in a bit of a slump right now, I guess, but okay. Are you kidding me? You're really gonna say oops to me? Excuse you, buddy. Okay, he gets away with everything. Okay. I just played my ghost into a fireball somehow. I don't know why I did that. I don't know how I did that. And also, this guy just has a ton of pump counters, dude. Why does he have this? For no reason. Also, I don't know why I just played my bandit, because I think I'm gonna lose my tower either way. Bro, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? I have officially probably lost the plot. And he has guards, too. There's no way. Don't tell me he gets barbs in time. Don't tell me he gets barbs in time, otherwise I'm gonna lose it. He really does. And I get no charge either. So you give me a hard counter, but then also, I get like the goofiest goof in the entire game in terms of interactions. Clash Royale, why have you done this? Why do you have Miner and Fireball? Barbs and guards? I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to do either. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I just lose right here. Potential. I literally can't play anything into that dumb set of skeleton dragons. Yeah, just Fireball here, then I'm dead. I mean, that's all this guy has to do. Wait, is he not gonna Fireball? He missed the Fireball. Wait, imagine he chokes this. Yo, imagine he chokes this. Wait, there's no way. Yo, there's no way! Okay, I'm sorry, guys, if I sounded like pouty and... I'm sorry if I sounded like pouty and stuff to some people. That's just how ladder goes, though. Like, I see comments once in a while saying, like, oh, Ian has grown so toxic or something. Like, bro, don't act like you don't act like that on ladder 2 once in a while. It's not that deep, though. I'm just... I don't know, I just like to downplay myself sometimes, then I end up coming back because of that. I'm my own best motivator, you feel me? Nice, we get a bandit in the pocket! Yo! Okay, my bad to this guy for, like, trying to roast his deck and stuff like that. Because I feel bad now. Oh, snap. Wait, hold up. It's not going to be easy to get this final bit of damage, though. I will say that, but I don't think this guy has really any way to quickly take out our tower. It seems like he just has kind of light damage troops for the most part, so yeah. We do get our Bandit in the pocket, forcing out the defensive miner, which is exactly what I wanted to do. He does finally go for, I think, his first Lava Hound of the entire game. Only a while into the game, at like 4 minutes in. He does go for the Fireball as well. We do have to be careful because the Dagger Duchess is going to be kind of slow here. Bandit does take it, though. I'm giving this Archer Queen deck a 9 out of 10. It's so easy and so good. Now we have one of the newer champions as well in Clash Royale, which is the Goblin Stein in this graveyard deck. Goblin Stein used to be super versatile in a lot of these, you know, Hog EQ decks, a lot of minor Magic Archer decks and stuff like that, but I feel like ever since the NATO nerf, it stopped appearing in some of those decks like minor Magic Archer. I feel like it's not really running Goblin Stein as much as before, and also Boss Bandit has replaced the Goblin Stein in quite a few decks. A lot of the minor cycle decks just prefer to be minor cycle decks that don't actually run the Goblin Stein these days. Also, I don't know what the heck that Night Witch was. I don't know what this guy's thinking. Oh no, he got the Skelly King ability off. I think I have to just go for an Ice Wizard right here. I don't even really trust the Tornado against even something simple like a Skelly King ability anymore. That's actually not bad. Our Ice Wizard kind of helped out there. I think I might actually go aggressive here with a Graveyard because this guy got a little bit more damage than I wanted him to. So hopefully I can get some damage back because he wasted most of his good Graveyard counters, I think. Okay, just go for some late arrows. He counters most of that. But overall, we got some damage back, and we're not in a bad spot. I'll set up with the preemptive cage right here. Let's see what he does about this. I could have played my Evo Skeletons, but I feel like it's not really the best play. But anyways, guys, Goblin Stein is just so broken on defense right now. It's so broken, I can kind of like split it down the middle and get it to counter like 2 lanes of recruits really easily. There's just so many good things you can do with it, and it seems to always just get so much value. Even on offense, it's so good too. It just has so much HP on that monster that you pretty much always force out a building or some sort of response that you might not want to have played. So, yeah, it's in a pretty good spot right now. Maybe a little bit too strong, I would say, but just because it has some competition in the Boss Bandit right now, I feel like people have not really been using it quite as much as they otherwise would be. We do make him go for that Rage right there, which I guess is fine. I'm just going to get my Bar Barrel going on these Evo Skeletons. One is really alive right now. No way. No way, Evo Skeletons. No, 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 no. No, no, Skelly King, get off. We have to be so careful to not take too much damage here, guys, because it's not that easy for us to break through him since he has archers and a lot of other good stuff against us. I think I will Graveyard here, though, just because we have a lot of stuff on the map right now. Yeah, look at all that. We could just go for the poison on the Evo archers. He definitely did not want to Evo archers. And look at the Goblin Stein monster, man. It's so broken. Yeah, this guy's absolutely dead. I'll see you guys in the next match. The best Goblin Stein deck can get an 8 out of 10 because Goblin Stein is not as strong after the Tornado nerf. Alright guys, next up we have the Golden Knight, which I think might be the least used champion in all of Clash Royale right now. Oh man, this guy does go for the recruits first play. I just went aggressive with my E-Giant first play because I knew this guy plays recruits. So hopefully it works out for us here. We'll see though. Golden Knight actually could be pretty decent here because I think he has a lot of swarms like Goblin Gang and things like that. The Firecracker as well, I'm pretty sure. So maybe we could get some value out of our Golden Knight because Golden Knight actually does do a pretty good job in the right matchups. I feel like in certain matchups it's kind of useless, but in other matchups it can be really good. And I think the best deck for Golden Knight is this E-Giant deck right here. I actually saw some people preferred to play the Golden Knight over Bowler in this type of deck, so yeah, it's actually a real deck. He does actually allow the Phoenix to get one hit on the tower, and with that Firecracker, we could probably just get our King up right here. Perfect cannon here, going to kill the wall breakers mostly, and yeah, we're just going to get our King up. Firecracker may get a hit on my tower as well, but it's okay. I'll just go for the E-Giant now because he wasted the Firecrackers, so he probably doesn't have any great response to my E-Giant. He has no like building or any great ranged way to kill it, so I feel like we're going to get good value here. We'll see if he spams us here on the other side. He very well could. Ooh, we just go for the Hog Rider. I'm going to have to just Tornado it, unfortunately. I kind of would like to save my Tornado for stuff like the Firecrackers, but you got to do what you got to do, I guess. He probably is going to Firecracker late right here, I would assume. He's going to take a lot of damage. Okay, wait, guys, he might go for Recruits at the bridge or something. Actually, I don't think he will, because his whole counter push is going to die. Man, Ejai is genuinely feeling pretty good right now, and I just like the Golden Knight in here because it really prevents this guy from trying to spam us very much. Because normally he would have already spammed a ton of stuff by now, but this guy just can't, because he knows that Golden Knight will dash on whatever he tries to play. Golden Knight is also somewhat viable in some Goblin Drill Executioner decks, but surprisingly, even after Evo Executioner came out, I haven't really seen that many people use those decks, so I don't think they're that insane. Wait, that's not going to get that much damage, will it? Wait, hold up, that's actually going to get a lot of damage right here. I'm going to ignore it, though, just because I know we could probably take his tower right here. I guess I'll just go for the Golden Knight. Maybe we could get a Golden Knight chain right here going, potentially. Let's just go for it. We could just go for a Bar Barrel here on this. Do I even have to Evo Cannon? I feel like I don't have to. Should I just let him take my tower? Wait, I might just let him get damage, guys, and try to 3-crown him. Wait, his Mighty Banner almost took my whole tower, but look at his King Tower, though, guys. You know, I will say the Golden Knight gave a better showing here in this matchup than I expected. That's a 3-crown. I'll give this Golden Knight deck a 7 out of 10. Guys, this might be the deck that I'm most excited for today, or at least close to it. We're playing Little Prince Goblin Drill Spam, and the reason why I'm so excited to be playing it is because, well, people always say that Little Prince is one of the worst champions in Clash Royale, but the one player who seems to always stand by Little Prince being a good card is Mohamed Light, and I actually saw Mohamed Light playing this deck earlier today on Top Ladder, so I'm interested to see how we do with it, and if we can actually prove that Little Prince is not as bad as people think. Also, this guy does have Little Prince too, surprisingly, and one of the few other top ladder players who plays Little Prince besides Mohamed Light. He's going to have to respond to our Spear Goblins here, I think, and then we can just get some nice defensive cards going, but I guess not, actually. Okay, I guess he doesn't respond to it. The Little Prince does get so much value when it charges up, so I'm pretty excited to see what it can do here on defense right now. We do have our Snowball as well, which is pretty clutch. And look at that Little Prince. Oh, he just get the zap, though. No! No! Oh, it survived! Yo, there's no way! No damage? And our Little Prince survives. That was a crazy Little Prince, guys. I thought for sure it would die. I thought I was going to show Little Prince being a weak card instead of showing it being a strong card. What a champion. Okay, guys, he does go in for the Pekka. We're going to have to be a little bit aggressive right here and just try to, I guess, get some damage here with our stuff. He does go for the Knight on our gang. That is not exactly the best for him. He spent 5 elixir. We spent 7 elixir, but we overall got a good amount of damage. So, honestly, I'm pretty happy with this position. Not a terrible Evo Cannon here either, you know, killing pretty much everything. And this guy doesn't really have a great way to kill our Little Prince, guys. I feel like the best part about Little Prince is the fact that it's only 3 elixirs, so most of the time people will get a negative trade if they try to spell it down, or if they don't spell it down, I mean, it just charges up like crazy. So, yeah, you pretty much always get something good out of it. I am going to go ahead and Snowball right here. I don't want to just go for the drill right away, because if we get the Evo Snowball, then we can get so much more value out of our drill, rather than if we just play it right into a Pekka or something. Also, maybe I should have saved my Little Prince for the right side, because I assume he might go in for something like a Mega Minion behind that Pekka, and without the Little Prince, it's going to be a bit hard to stop. But look at our Little Prince, though. Yo, Little Prince is undefeated right now, guys. It countered his pushes so well every single time so far. See, now I can go in for my drill, and we just defend this Pekka cheaply with our Spear Goblins. And I guess I'll go for the Evo Snowball here. We do catch a Knight. Beautiful stuff. This deck genuinely feels really good. If I had like Bats or something over the Little Prince, like some people use in this deck, I feel like I'd be struggling so much more, because then I couldn't really kill the Mega Minions so easily, and a lot more interactions would be difficult. But wow, the Little Prince is doing great right now in this deck, and not to mention the fact that it's also giving us a quicker cycle, you know, just allowing us to get back to the cards we need even quicker than we normally could. Guess I'll get my Goblin Gang right now for this. Come on, Little Prince ability, please. I will say, though, guys, I think the one quite bad part about the Little Prince has to be its ability. Oh, gosh, he played the zap there. Yeah, I gotta say, the ability of the Little Prince is honestly not very good. Ever since they nerfed the pushback so heavily, it feels like you most of the time never even want to pop the ability in most matchups, but once in a while it can come in clutch if you need a tank on the field, or if you just need to kind of knock something back, even though it doesn't really have that much knockback like it used to, so yeah. Nice, he does go for that Bar Barrel predict, but I didn't actually play my drill in the front, so that was not too bad for us. If we get to one more Evo Snowball, I feel like we can win here. Okay, just going for the Pekka. I'm just going to cycle my Snowball right here. That way I can get to the Evo Snowball, hopefully to support this Goblin Drill and maybe take his whole tower. So, yeah. He's probably going to get like a Bar Barrel off or something, but we'll see about that. Come on. We messed up his Bar Barrel timing there. Okay. Yo, we get the damage. Nice. Good game. Let's go. We can also burp on this guy because he always BMs me. I'll rate this little Prince deck a 9 out of 10. It has to be good if Muhammad Light is playing it. Alright guys, now for the newest champion in Clash Royale, we have the boss Bandit. I think this Minor Poison deck is the absolute best with it. I shared this deck a little while ago and I saw some people saying how they don't think this deck is very good, but it really just takes some skill to learn the deck. I mean, the boss Bandit itself doesn't take much skill to play, but like the actual cards in the deck besides that can sometimes take a bit of time to learn how to use properly on defense, so just be aware of that. Wow, beautiful boss Bandit there avoiding the Prince charge. I love when that happens. Feels like such a deserved interaction to at least have some sort of chance at countering these Prince players, which seem to almost beat every single matchup. Dang, that almost charged towards the tower too. Anyways, I'll just go for the bats right here to this side. Guys, I think Boss Bandit might be one of the very best champions in Clash Royale right now, but I guess only time will tell. Anyways, guys, I think that even sometimes the worst champions can be some of the best in certain decks, because there's a lot of really good champions in Clash Royale. Like, I feel like most of the champions in Clash Royale are actually very good overall, but it's just that some of them don't really fit in that many decks, so potentially even the weak champions here today could get a very high rating with how good their deck is. I'll get the Boss Bandit going in the corner. We do have our Evo Bats here, but I'm not sure if I'll go for them right away. I think I'll just wait a little bit for my Evo Bats. Oh, I hate that. I hate how that just happened. That just feels so bad. He does get a pretty quick zap off, unfortunately, as well. Bro fireballed the comment section. Guys, this guy just fireballed you guys. Hope you guys are doing okay. This guy just fireballed the comment section when he saw all of the type of guy comments that you guys were saying in the comment section. Okay, anyways. I low-key just want to spam this guy for doing that. Like, I don't know if this is going to actually do anything, but like, I have to spam him at least a little bit for wasting all that elixir, you know what I mean? This boss bandit is going to charge on the Goblin Giant, and I guess it will take out most of it. Wow, what the heck? The whole Goblin Giant is dead already, guys. I thought it would at least do something for him, but no, it just completely died. Okay, he played the Zap too, so now our bats are going to probably do some pretty good work here. We can just go for this as well. Maybe get our Spear Goblins going here. Looking decent. This matchup is pretty interesting, guys, because he has most of what he needs to stop our stuff, but at the same time we have, you know, decent responses for him. We don't have the really best counters like guards and stuff like that to his princes, but you know, we have most of what we need here. We do actually get a charge with the boss bandit right onto his Evo Goblin Giant, which is actually pretty nice. Pretty nice Evo cannon here as well. Love to see it. The zap is so annoying though, because it just goes down so quickly. It's nice when you face stuff like, for example, Snowball, because then it takes your opponent a lot longer to kill your bats and things like that. But yeah, this guy's getting really quick reactions on my stuff. Hopefully our Spear Goblins could kind of go in front here and, you know, get on the tower. I meant to say, like, get in there before the Dark Prince was tanking, which they kind of did. I'll just go for that Boss Bandit. Come on. Oh, it doesn't even charge. What the heck? I actually might have to poison this, guys. I didn't even hit the two bats on the side there, but I think we're okay, actually. Yeah, we can just get a nice log. Oh! I was so scared that might charge on my tower. Okay, luckily we're chilling. We're gonna have to get a lot of damage here in triple elixir. But yeah, you guys can see the boss bandit is doing actually a pretty great job defensively here. It has a lot of really nice interactions with its dash, just like Bandit does. So yeah, we could get a poison here once again. Not ideal by any stretch of the imagination to defensive poison that, but gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, he wasted the Evo Zap right there. That's actually pretty surprising. We might have to start our own spell cycle a little bit now, guys, because it is getting pretty late in the game at this point. Let me make sure I get my cannon up high. I'm always going for my cannon kind of up high right here just to make sure he can't fireball the tower that he wants to go for and my cannon at the same time. So now I think we have to get a little bit of minor poison damage, guys, because he, you know, was pretty aggressive with his spells there as well. We forced out a defensive fireball on our bats, which is actually pretty nice for us right here. He, of course, does go for the Evo Goblin Giant at the bridge, kind of as expected. Somehow... No! No! Oh my goodness, guys. And look at this Boss Bandit taking out pretty much the entire Evolved Goblin Giant. What the heck? The Boss Bandit is actually surprising me. Like, don't get me wrong, I obviously know it's broken, but like, wow, it's doing a better job than I expected here today. Come on, kill it, kill it! Nice, I think we got him! Let's go! Great gameplay. I'm gonna give this Boss Bandit deck a solid 9 out of 10. It has very few counters. Guys, we might be playing one of the most underrated champions in the game right now. We have the Skeleton King. I feel like it just really slept on because it feels like it should be up there with the Goblin Stein, the Boss Bandit, and stuff like that because it's so broken in Mortar, which is one of the best decks in the game right now. It's so good in Elixir Golem, which has been rising up a lot in popularity. There's a lot of other random things that seem to play it, but people don't really give it the credit it deserves, in my opinion, and yeah, just used a lot, but people don't really consider it to be that good, it seems like to me. I think it's really good, actually, guys. It's so good for the Overwhelm potential, especially. It's basically a Dark Prince, except it also has a special ability to just spawn a bunch of skeletons, and it does have more HP, too. It's not like it charges or anything, but it still gets a lot of value. And also, I feel like it's actually really easy to feed up the ability. I can't believe it used to have a much more effective ability back in the day, because back in the day, it used to get even more skeletons from that ability, but it already feels like these days it gets so many just from a partially charged up ability. Like right here, I will go for it, and it should do some decent damage to his Mega Knight. I mean, look at the skeletons, they're kind of crowding up there. Taking about half the HP off a Mega Knight is honestly not bad, because my ability wasn't even fully charged there. If that was a fully charged ability, that would have been probably some pretty solid damage on the Mega Knight, and it already was, so that's not bad. We do get a mortar shot on the tower. This deck is actually so crazy broken. This deck just feels so toxic to play as well. The cannon cart is so broken, and yet we have all these broken spam cards to, you know, feed up our ability and stuff like that. Just a deck that I feel like doesn't need to exist in Clash Royale, but it does. That Dark Goblin does get wrecked there pretty quickly, not bad. I'm not really sure what he's going to play here on my Skelly King. He might end up going for a Mega Knight or something. No, he actually does go for that. Okay, I guess I'll just split up my Goblin gang right here and see what that does. I just activated his King Tower. Bruh, there's no way, guys. Dude, there's no way I just randomly activated this guy's King Tower, bro. Dude. And his Evo Ice Break kills all my bats somehow? You're really gonna do that to me, game. Okay, we're gonna have double Cannoneer on this Prince, though. And we do have our Evo Mortar as well, guys, so I feel like we're not in the worst spot ever. Like, him having his King up is pretty bad, honestly, but you know what? It could have been worse, I guess. I guess. We have to be careful of these Dark Goblins for sure as well, though. I'm just going to go for this here. He does spam us a lot right now. Dang, this guy's aggressive. Oh, snap. Don't you dare go on my tower. Okay, thank goodness the Dark Goblin decided to not go on my tower. Okay. I'm really just ready to punish this guy when he goes in for a Mega Knight, but it seems like he's kind of holding off because he knows that I would play my Evo Mortar, so yeah. He actually tried to play the Wall Breakers there, maybe to predict the Mortar. I'm not sure, though. I'll even play it right here, I guess. Oh, man, I kind of messed up. I put it one tile too high. Ice Spirit is going to get kind of messed up there by the Mortar. Okay, he's going to kill my Mortar, but like it's going to kill his Dark Goblin, forced out the Wall Breakers. Honestly, that's actually a pretty good overall set of interactions. I'll take that. Oh, I played that like a second late. If I played that like 1 second earlier, would have been probably a lot better, but it's okay. We could just go in for this here. If he goes for a Mega Knight, I mean, it's still gonna just probably get shredded down, I feel like, by this stuff here. We could pop our ability simply to distract the Prince. Look at the Skelly King ability. Yeah, Skeleton King is genuinely really strong. It's getting so much value for us right here. We actually soak up both Wall Breakers right there. That is funny. Mortar is still going. Wow, I'm just going to spam my Mortar again here. And we do have our Evo Bats if he tries to go in for a Mega Knight or something, so I feel like we're going to be fine. Oh, we get the Evo Bats on the Miner. That's huge. Cannoneer is going to kill the Dark Goblin, and I think this guy might have just lost the game. Yeah, he lost. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Skeleton King gave us so much defensive value right there. I feel like this Skeleton King deck has to get a 10 out of 10.